Well, it's been a minute or two. Haven't done much of anything in the video production world, started a couple projects, wasn't feeling them. But somehow, some way, shape, or form, one of my favorite suppliers, Awesome Couple, were selling Battle Styles boxes for below scalper prices. So kudos to them for not gouging the market. We have 3 boxes. I honestly don't know what's in this set. I know there's new styles, the Rapid Style and Single Strike, or Rapid Strike and Single Strike. Beyond that, I don't know really what's going on with this set. So we're going to take a little bit of time to kind of explore this set and look at it with fresh eyes as possible. And of course, Deuce says hi. Right, buddy? You do love to interrupt. Yeah. So yeah. Deuce will be Deuce will be joining me, I guess. With that being said, I think we can get started. We'll just read the back of the box real quick to get a little more familiar. Choose your battle style wisely. Be a titan of full power or strike with impossible speed. It all depends on your martial mastery. Channel the power of Pokemon V like Mimikyu V, Tyranitar V, Empoleon V, and more. You'll also find a handful of impressive Pokemon VMAX, including Gigantamax Urshifu in both Single Stripe and Rapid Strike styles. Unleash epic smash-ups with Sword and Shield Battle Styles expansion. 160 plus cards and all the other basics. Right, Deuce? It's been months since I opened up anything. This will be kind of nice. We get to make a big old mess on the floor again. Clean it up afterwards. Well, it works out just fine and dandy. Go grab the big garbage can from over in the laundry room. Oh, by the way, I like the new digs set up in the basement again, like old times. Alright. So it looks like every other set. You get 4 different kinds of artwork. This one we have looks like Urshifu, Tyranitar Urshifu, and Empoleon. Good stuff, right? Altoy, Galarian, Mr. Mime, Fomantis, Spearow, Zubat, Bruxish, Bouffalant does 60 more damage to Grass-type Pokemon. Oh, nice. So they reprinted Level Ball with the same effect. Search your deck for a Pokemon of 90 HP or less. Put it in your hand, after revealing it, of course. Lurantis is our rare here. It's not particularly useful or good. Silly Cobra for our reverse foil. This is going to be fun to sort later. I'm actually looking forward to sorting cards. Granted, there's the long weekend and everything like that coming up. See, it is Wednesday, the 26th. It is about 20 after 6. On a glorious Wednesday here in the state of Michigan. Got a white code card. Remoraid, Rapid Strike, Spearow, Pachirisu, Cherubi, Mindfu, Energy card, Bisharp, 90 plus 90 if they're Steel type. Weepinbell, when you played this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during the turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon burned and poisoned. Nice. Fibbe. During this turn, damage from your Pokemon's VMAX attacks aren't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Well, I'm sure that comes in handy for certain things now and again. Our reverse foil is a Tapu Bulu. Bulu Gang represent. 20 damage, and you make them switch 80 plus 80 if you discard all your energy. But the white code card was for, I would believe, this is full art, Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. For triple colors, we're doing 100 damage with 330 HP on a stage 1 effectively. And Gmax 1 Blow does 270 for 3 fighting and a single colorless. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it does 270 damage no matter what you're doing. That's pretty darn strong. We're going to leave that right there. So it's still visible for the time being. as Deuce seeks to get more attention, even though he knows that I'm currently busy. Right, buddy? Green Code, Shinx, Cacnea, Ponyard, Timber, Tepig. Honchkrow has an ability. It can't be asleep. I think that's the first time they've printed Insomnia as an ability in this card game. Seadra. Wow, that's that's like an old school card there. 1 attack. Another Weepinbell. We got a Bronzong. Metal Transfer. You can move in metal energy from one Pokemon to another Pokemon as often as you like. I like that it doesn't stay from one metal Pokemon to another metal Pokemon or something to that effect. That's helpful. That's good stuff. Reminds me of one of my favorite decks of all time was back in the Black and White era. I just called it Klinklang EX. Now, there was no Klinklang EX, but it was Klinklang with Shift Gear that let you move metal energy all over the place. And you played it with Prisms, with Rainbows, and with the Blend energy. You played Darkrai EX, Keldeo, Mewtwo EX, Zekrom, whatever you wanted in it. And you could just move all your stuff around. You played 4-Max Potion, and it wasn't a game of knockouts, of one-hit knockouts at the time. So being able to heal 150 damage off of an EX and then go back and swing and get a knockout was very, very powerful at the time. And then the rare is Drampa, Call for Family, pretty basic, and then a flip until you get Tails attack, which I am not a fan of. Unless it's Voltorb and you're playing Raikou Electrode, in which case you flip 6 heads in a row to get that last crucial knockout when you had no business getting said knockout. Doing good on time. And we'll pick up the pace too a little bit. White Code, Fomantis, Mawile, Mankey, Horsey, Lickitung, Durant, Cheryl, that's a new one. Heal all damage from each of your evolution Pokemon, and then you discard from the energy. Yeah, I agree, Deuce. That could be useful in certain decks. Single Strike style Mustard. You can play this and only when it's the last card in your hand. Okay, we're used to that mechanic. We've seen that before. Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick, Archie's Last Resort. Is it Archie's Last Resort? Archie's Ace in the Hole. Search your deck for Single Strike Pokemon, put it onto your bench, shuffle your deck, and then draw 5 cards. Okay, so it's just like Archie or Maxie. Not bad. Energy card. So we got Steelix. Huge damage potential. Then we got the Rapid Strike energy. This can only be attached to a Rapid Strike Pokemon. If it's not, discard the card. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 2 in any combination of water and fighting energy. Okay, so that's going to play in somewhere. I just don't know quite where yet. Again, I'm completely foreign to the set. This is really my first time looking at it in any kind of depth. At least maybe since it started leaking months and months ago. You know, December, January time. Even then, I've been busy. Sizzlipede, Spearow, Onix, Bellsprout, Galarian, Mr. Mime, Purugly, Karina's Focus with the Rapid Strike stamp. Draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. We've seen this mechanic before, or this card before. Rapid Strike, Tower of Waters. The retreat cost of each Rapid Strike Pokemon in play, both yours and opponents, is double colorless less. That could be pretty useful. We got a Baltoy reverse and a Phalanx Rapid Strike as our rare. Does 20 times per Rapid Strike Pokemon in play with current benching rules as I know them still to be. That would max you out at 120 damage, which isn't really bad for 2 energy cost. And with the Rapid Strike energy, that gives you 2 energies that's single attached and 120 damage. It's just like Zoroark GX, without the awesome draw ability, of course. White Code, Houndour, Silicobra, Blipbug, Esper, and Frillish. We got Morpeko, a Morpeko, and a Carkol, which I thought the Carkol Colossal line, really cool design. We got a Mind Shao as a reverse. We had another Karina's Focus, and then we got the Orbeetle. Now, I have seen some things about this Orbeetle. It has an attack called Evomancy. For each energy attached to the Orbeetle, search your deck for a stage 2 Pokemon except for Orbeetle, put it onto your bench, shuffle the deck. I've seen some things where that could be parlayed into a control deck. I see that as something that could be really, really interesting and fun to do and play around with and expand it as well. So that's another thing to keep an eye out for if you're an expanded player, is that maybe there's something to that where there was a stage 2 Pokemon that, you know, the line just wasn't quite right and it wasn't worth putting in the spots to get this particular tech Pokemon in there. Now you might have a reason to do so. And that's, again, one of my favorite things about Pokemon, is that there is, generally speaking, an endless opportunity to go about and do whatever it is you see yourself doing. So, not particularly interesting pack. The Victory Bell is a little underwhelming, but when you evolve into the Weeping Bell, you can burn and poison your opponent. And then the Victory Bell kind of one-ups that again. 40 damage for a single grass. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused, and they can't retreat. So that's something that I like. For those of us that are a little older or have played in the really old base set formats, you remember the time when if you were confused and wanted to retreat, you had to first discard your energy and then flip a coin to see if you were able to retreat. Confusion was incredibly powerful back in the day, and quite frankly something that we've talked about but we haven't really seen a whole heck of a lot of, since. Alright, so we got another white code. Cheryl Heatmore. It's a Heatmore card. Tower of Darkness is new to me. Once during each player's turn, they may draw 2 cards. In order to use this effect, that player must discard a single strike card from their hand. We've seen this mechanic before with not Night March, Lost March, Mad Party. Mad Party is the one where it's got the Poltergeist. If it's you can discard it, but you have to discard a Mad Party. Another Galarian Mr. Mime, and then we got Necrozma V. Prismatic Burst, or Prismatic Ray rather, for 20. It does 20 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, bench Pokemon for 1 single Psychic. Special Laser for double Psychic Colorless, 100 plus 120 if it has any special energies attached to it. It's got 220 HP, weak to dark. Could be okay. I mean, I'd like that a lot, and if that card came out with Malamar decks a few formats back. But we get what we get, right? So nothing too interesting here. The Jellicent's semi-interesting. 10 times per water energy in your discard pile. That could get abused somewhere. And then Fan of Waves, put a special energy card attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon at the bottom of their deck. It's an interesting card. If memory serves me correct, Enhanced Hammer isn't currently available in the current card pool. It either is or it will be rotated out by the time the format shifts in September. So either way, that's our kind of Enhanced Hammer, if you will. Again, that I can think of, because I'm admittedly a little out of touch with Pokemon right this moment. Alright, we got a Rapid Strike Mustard. You can only play if it's the last card in your hand. Put a Rapid Strike Pokemon from the discard pile onto your bench, draw 5 cards. Kind of makes sense. You got one from the single strike side, now you get it from the Rapid Strike side as well. Conkeldurr. If it's defending Pokemon's evolution, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn for 90 damage. Yeah, okay. Reverse Karina's Focus. Nothing overly exciting there. So yeah. How's it going? How are people? Nothing too crazy there. So you got a Cedric Cacturne. A Vivillon, not particularly useful, in my opinion. It's got an attack that heals all damage from 2 of your bench Pokemon for our colorless, but I don't see it working out that way. Galarian Mr. Rhyme here. First attack, discard any number of item cards that have the word ball from your hand. It does 40 more damage for each card you discard this way. That could be interesting. I mean, you'd need some sort of item recycling situation or some way to put a large number of item cards back into your deck over and over again, I feel like. But the cost is right. It can do some decent damage. And then we got a Rapid Strike Scroll of Swirls. That's a lot of different S sounds in a short period of time there. A Rapid Strike Pokemon this card is attached to can use the attack on this card. You still need the necessary energy. Matchless Maelstrom. For fighting double colors, does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance due to the bench. Okay. I'd like that a lot better if it was one less energy cost. If that was a double colors energy cost, that'd be stupid. But like if it was fighting colorless for 30 to everything, but you did get to apply weakness to the active. Yeah, okay. You got me. Green code. Should just kind of whip through this one. Another fan of waves. We got two different rares in this one, it looks like. Galarian Slowbro, both Pokemon are poisoned. And that second attack, if the Slowbro is affected by a special condition, is doing 120 more damage for a total of 220. It's okay, that's interesting. Aegislash, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Stance Change, which works just like it did when XY, when they printed it the first time, where you can swap out the Aegislash for the other Aegislash, but leave everything else in place. Gigaton bashes its attack this time around, though. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from Pokemon VMAX. So you have a wall in the shield form Aegislash, which I don't mind. I always liked attacks that walled you as opposed to abilities, because abilities could always be turned off. Attacks were rarely ever able to be countered except for very specific cards, like Pokemon Ranger, or there was one other card. It's the card is not coming to my mind at this time. White code. Got camping gear. Search your deck for a card and put it in your hand. Shuffle your deck. Your turn ends. Ooh. That's interesting. Search your deck for a card. Not a type of card, just a card. Interesting. We got Single Strike Energy, so this is the other special energy of the set that I'd be willing to bet. It can only be attached to a Single Strike Pokemon. Go figure. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides fighting and dark energy, but only provides one energy at a time. And the attacks of this Pokemon it's attached to do 20 more damage to the active Pokemon. Yeah, alright, it's strong energy, but it can be dark or fighting. And then we got a Rapid Strike Urshifu V. Strafe for 30, and Furious 100 Blows for 150. I like strafe attacks. I like hit and runs, especially if you're able to combo them with the right walls. But then you go to the ability wall Pokemon, which I'm not as big of a fan of as I am an attack. The effect is set in stone. Deal with it. Green code. Girder. Urn of Vitality is new to me. Single strike, shuffle up to 2 single strike energy cards from your discard pile back in your deck. Ooh, that's nice recovery. That's really nice recovery. That's like special charge from Steam Siege. 2 special energies, put them back in your deck. Energy Recycler, we've seen Energy Recycler before. Tower of Waters, and same Aegislash we just got a couple of packs ago in a non-reverse foil printing. Yeah, we're getting close to the halfway point of this particular box. White code card this time around. We got a Single Strike Scroll of Scorn. It can only be attached to Single Strike. You can use the attack. Furious Anger for 1 fighting energy. I hear Furious Anger, or I read it rather, and I just think, and I will reach down upon thee with furious anger. You know, Pulp Fiction. It's not for kids. Don't watch it if you're a kid. But anyway, it does 10 plus 10 for each damage counter on the Pokemon for a single fighting, which combo that with a Single Strike Energy is 30 plus 10. Maybe. Wouldn't be my favorite. Wouldn't be my first reach. Heatmore, Honchkrow, Purugly with Catterday, which I know that's a thing that they're reprinting, that they're printing more of, so there's more stuff with the Catterday Pokemon. And then we also got a Crobat, which has an ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve your Pokemon during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. Okay. I like that. The attack's not particularly useful. Double colorless for 100 damage, but on stage 2. So it'll take you a long time to get out. It's kind of fragile at 130 HP. The ability's good. It's just a matter of, is it worth playing a stage 2 for that little bit of extra draw support? Generally speaking, the case is no. Generally speaking. But the Golbat, and you evolve into it, you draw 2 cards. So maybe there's something to it. Maybe. We got a Boltund as our rare. It does corner and attack, where if it has any damage counters on it, it can be used for a single lightning energy for 130. It's not bad. You expanded that up, a little magma base action, evolve into it, and you start attacking on the super cheap, or even Thunder Mountain in play. You attack for free at that point in time. I'm just saying. We got a Silly Cobra reverse. Who cares? Psychic Energy. And then the Douchebag Brothers, Swordward and Shieldbert. Choose a trainer card from your discard pile, then ask your opponent if you need to put it in your hand. If yes, put that card in your hand. If no, draw 3 cards. I don't have anything useful to say about that card. Not a fan of it one way or the other. I don't see that one getting a ton of play right out of the gate. I don't see that one getting played. Who am I kidding? Green code again. We got another Galarian Mr. Mime. Another camping gear. It's nothing too great there. Oh. So I like it back in my basement for this. Temperature's a little cooler. Just seems a little more relaxed down here. Nothing interesting in this pack. Alright, last pack, and then we are officially halfway into box number 1. White code card. Tower of Darkness, Purugly. EXP share, when the active Pokemon is knocked out from an attack, you may move a basic energy to the card this is attached to. Okay, so they kept the effect the same. We got an Electabuzz reverse, not particularly good. Then we got a Meowstic. I believe that's female Meowstic. Anyway, once during your turn, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. We've seen cards like this before be really, really good in damage manipulation decks. There's no reason to say that this one won't be used in some sort of damage manipulation deck sometime, assuming such a deck exists. As we all know, sometimes you just need that one. You just need 1 damage counter, and you can change the course of a game. Your opponent's got a backup Pokemon set up. You're going to take the knockout on the active, but you're 10 short on the bench or something like that. We've all been there if you've played spread decks. You're always, you've encountered a game in which you've gotten close to needing another click of damage. Green code. Yamper has an ability when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench. You may put a Pokeball card, a Great Ball card, or 1 each from your discard pile into your hand. Oh, remember I was talking about Galarian Mr. Rime? Yamper is your solution to helping you recycle those cards over and over again. Gliscor Spupa, nothing too interesting there. Bruno makes a comeback from the old days. Single strike, it says. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If any Pokemon of any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, draw 7 cards instead. That's pretty solid, especially if you're purposely playing a deck that's playing from behind constantly. That's a pretty solid card there. This Sizzlipede is not exciting whatsoever. And then Claydol has a lot of words on it, so it must be important, it must be useful, it must be good. Power Split. You attach psychic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like until your Pokemon and your opponent's Pokemon have the same total number of energy attached. Huh. sure what to make of that. It's obviously very, very interesting if you're playing a mono-psychic type of deck. Or even if you're not, really. I don't know quite... I don't see the situation for that card to thrive. But do I think it's interesting? Yes. Frillish. Level Ball. Another Morpeko. That's a new card. Tool Jammer. It's a tool. As long as the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, Pokemon tools attached to your opponent's active Pokemon have no effect except for Tool Jammer. That would be really fun and expanded with all the float stones and all that kind of fun stuff running around. That'd be kind of fun to shut all that off. And then we also have Corviknight V. Metal type. Clutch, so they can't retreat Sky Hurricane. You can't reuse Sky Hurricane. No thanks. No thanks. I don't think it hits hard enough. Fire is a bad weakness to have. Still, somehow in this game, that hasn't changed. It's all good, right? Green code. Mienshao. Mienshao's got another kind of strafing type move. Your opponent's active Pokemon is not confused. Shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it back into your deck. It's on the Rapid Strike, so you can use the special energy attach once, hit for 90, put it back, and shuffle back. But then you could promote something else that has an ability that's also debilitating to your opponent. So yeah, could be useful. Might not be. Generally, I found that anytime you get a shuffle your Pokemon back into the deck, your deck has to be built in such a manner that you can thin your deck out and then draw through that thin deck every single turn, so that way you can keep that process going over and over again. Think Trevenant Excelgor back in the day. Another green code. Salazzle. Derisive Roasting does 90 times for each special condition affecting your opponent's active Pokemon. And then we got a reverse Crobat as well. So I'm liking some of the stuff that they're doing in this particular set. The battle styles are very much like Plasma Pokemon, stuff like that. But the fact that there's two different ways of doing it, and then some of the abilities that they've been printing, I think there's some interesting things that they're cooking up here. So we got a white code card this time. Grumpig, Scroll of Scorn, another Urn of Vitality. We got an Entei this time around. Artwork is sweet. It's attack 30 for 1, attach a fire energy from your hand to this Pokemon, and then Fire Fang for 90. As per usual, Entei cards are very, very underwhelming. But that's okay. We don't expect much out of the Entei cards these days. There was that one that Theta Double Ancient Trait. You could in the Primal Clash era. So somewhere in the early portion of XY, you got to attach double tools to it, and it was kind of a tank of sorts. So we got XP Share, Rapid Strike, Cacturne, Jellicent again, and Single Strike Style Mustard. Which is actually kind of funny that this is the set that Mustard makes his debut in, because I'm playing Shield, or am I playing Sword again? I think it's Shield. Yeah, it's Shield. So I'm playing through Shield again, and I just got to that point in the game. So we got a white code this time. Carnivine, Indeedee, another Phoebe, Barstrapper in reverse, and then Stoutland V. This one, Double Dip Fangs. If your opponent's basic Pokemon is knocked out by the damage from this, you take one more prize card. Hefty cost at 3 colorless and only 40 damage. And then Wild Tackle for 4 does 200, but you damage yourself 30 points of damage. So that's kind of an interesting card if you're into prize manipulation like that. Anybody here play ADP ever? Green code. Seen that. We've seen that. Seen that. Licky Lickies are rare. Slicked. Your opponent chooses to discard the top 3 cards of their deck or discard 3 cards from their hand. And then you can do 100 damage and you make your opponent switch their active Pokemon. Interesting little control thing. I'm not sure that I'm a fan of that due to the energy cost. Is boost energy still legal? Like, seriously, this is how out of touch I am right now with Pokemon. I'll get back. Always do. I take these breaks. Nothing too interesting there. The regular rares in this set seem to be a little underwhelming thus far. Centiskorch has an ability. Whenever your opponent flips a coin for their burn during checkup, it doesn't recover from that special condition even if the result is heads. So you get guaranteed burn. Okay. That can play into certain decks for sure. The only thing is that I already see a workaround is if you had a card that removed special conditions, it would go right through that ability because that ability only applies to Pokemon Checkup. Regardless, is it still good? Yeah. Or is it still a strong ability? Theoretically, yes. Just because I don't see it in no time, even when Hypnotoxic Laser was a huge card, were special condition removing cards big in the format. Just wasn't the case. So we got a white code card this time. For Cherrim. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a grass energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. So V, GX, EXs, so on and so forth. Okay. So unlimited grass energy attachments to non-rule box Pokemon. I don't think there's a card that allows you to infinitely move around grass energy that I can think of. No, I think there is. Going back a little ways, is that there's that Genesect deck, that Venusaur Genesect deck. I think might have been able to do something like that. White code card. Karina's Focus in full art, or is that rainbow? That's gonna be rainbow, hyper rare, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. Not judging. Let's do this. 6 hits so far. We got 5 packs left. Green code. Cool. Escape Rope got reprinted. I actually like that. Primeape here. Field Crush, you can discard a stadium, or you are doing 50 times for each of your bench Pokemon that has damage counters on it. That seems like a very Primeape-y attack. Is that an adjective? Primeape-y? Oh, it is one now. Green code. Another Escape Rope. Durant. Stonejourner. Lance Pulse, 30 plus 30 if a stadium's in play, 120 on its second attack. It's pretty standard, quite frankly. Like I said, the regular rares in this set seem to be a little on the underwhelming side. Now, it's obvious that the Urishufus are supposed to be the biggest, baddest cards in the set, which I have no issue with, but you gotta sprinkle out some stuff. Spread the wealth a little bit. In my opinion. Phoebe, Cheryl, another Rapid Strike energy. We got another Meowstic, and we got another Bronzong, this time in a regular foil. So that's good. Bronzong's a Pokemon I'm definitely going to be making use of in some way, shape, or form. Like, you could, you wouldn't need it in expanded Bronzong, because you'd already be ahead of the game. Although, you could modify it, and you could just rely on Metal Saucer instead of the other one. Might be more to it than I thought. Electivire is our rare this time around. Nah. Alright. Last pack magic. Last pack magic. Ooh, white code. Doublade. Morpeko. Rapid Mustard. Grass Energy. Blade Form Aegislash. New. Stance change, obviously. Full Metal Blade for 210 damage and a cost of 2 metal and a colorless. You discard 2 metal energy from this Pokemon. That's a pretty hefty swing, though. Pardon me. Pretty hefty swing. Could be interesting. And then we also got a Victini V. Has an attack called V-Bullet. Does 10 plus 50 if the opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon V. And also does another attack for 120 for Fire Colorless, but you lose all the energy attached to the Victini. Alright, so we got 7 hits in box number 1. Rapid Single Strike Urshifu EMAX, VMAX, and Necrozma V. Rapid Strike Urshifu, Corviknight Knight, Carinas Focus, Stoutland V, and Victini V. I'm feeling like I'm doing okay here. Got full art or better trainer. Got 2 different Urshifus. Feeling good about it so far. We're liking it so far. We're going to get on to the next box here. And like I said, through the magic of editing, here I am again. Starting with box number 2. White code card to start. Got another Tool Jammer here. Another Primeape. Another Necrozma V. I don't like doubling up on the ultra rares so quick. 37 packs in. Green code. Another Primeape. Another Karina. Tower of Darkness. Which I will be journeying to in Pokemon Shield this time around, because I already have the water type Urshifu in Sword. So we'll go with the dark type one this time around. Green code. Double Centiskorch. And another Level Ball. Oh, stop dropping stuff. Dropping stuff is no good. White code card. Rapid Style Mustard. And a Meowstic. I've gotten 3 of those Meowstics, I think. So, I need damage manipulation. Doesn't look like I need to buy singles for it. Which, was it going to be a $2 card? Green. More Cheryl, Mustard, Mineshaw, and Vivillon. Honchkrow, Slowbro. Pretty lackluster pack there. Another green. Got the Shield Aegislash again. Got another Rapid Strike Energy, which we like. My thing is, I open these boxes, and I always want to make sure I get, or you can't make sure, but I would always like it if I got all the staples. I want a play set of each trainer card at a minimum, preferably 2. I want 2 play sets of the special energies, if applicable. Stuff like that. So I got another green code. This one would be new. Luxray here, Rapid Strike. Electro Step 40 to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and then switch the Luxray. And then Star Strikes does 100. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has damage counters on it, this attack does 100 more damage. For 2 energy, that's a really, really nice attack cost. That's a really efficient attack. I like it. I don't know how I would implement it, but I like that idea. Oh, it probably matches in with Meowstic even. You know, just put that damage on there and then boom. Basically did 210 damage in a single bound. White code card here. We got a single strike energy, a reverse Bellsprout, and a rapid, and another. No, sorry. This is the first rapid strike. Urshifu VMAX. Gale Thrust. I have to move. The light's hitting me in such a way I can't read the card. It looks nice and clear on your screen, but I can't read it. Gale Thrust does 30 plus. If this Pokemon moved from your bench to the active in this turn, does 120 more damage. And then G-Strike Rapid Flow. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So I see this being used strictly for its first attack. The second attack I can see coming into play here and there, but you're going to use this for the first attack because you're talking 150 for a switch. You get to switch into 2 or 3 different of these Urishifus and hitting for 150 plus there and there and there. That's pretty darn solid if you ask me. It's going to be more of a defensive style deck, obviously, where you're going to probably play a larger number of healing type cards or ways to deal with it. Could be fun, though. Green code. Nothing too interesting there. Alright, we're a little over a quarter of the way done with this box. Green code. Got another Licky Licky. It's just a funny Pokemon in general. Alright, I think that box is full. Start the next one. White code card. Honchkrow, Camping Gear, Durant, Tower of Waters, Tapu Koko V, 210 HP, Electro Ball for 1 energy does 40, Spiral Thunder does 20 plus, then 40 more for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon for a cost of double lightning colorless. Weak to fighting, 1 retreat costs no resistance. It's interesting. That's another card in this set that's been reliant upon the energy attached to all Pokemon on one side of the board or the other. I wonder if that's something that's going to, as I get more cards here, see more of a theme with the number of energies. Because they don't always print cards like that. Green code this time around. Got another Lava Ball, I like. Another Mind Shao. Emboar's new. So what does Emboar do? Your single strike Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Well, now that starts changing out, that starts changing up your math big time. 30 more damage plus the 20 from the energy, talking 50 more. That's a pretty big number to change right there. So yeah, I would say that Emboar is probably very, very important. That would obviously be comboed with the particular mustard that one would apply to. So that's going to be single strike mustard. Yeah, that's wow, powerful. Green code. We got a reverse Aegislash here. Nothing else too good. White code card. Tool Jammer, another Bronzong, and we got a foil Steelix. Again, I really like that Bronzong. That ability is so nice to have on a stage 1 where you can move a type of energy around. It just reminds me of Aromatisse from XY. You can move around all the fairy type energy. Back when there was fairy type energy and fairy type Pokemon in the card game. It got broken with special energies that counted as everything, but still. Fun card. So we got another EXP share. Another Cherrim too, which has a really nice grass attachment ability to non-rule box Pokemon, which I think is a really nice wording that they came up with, because there's so many cards that, like Team Flare Grunt Hyper Gear Head Jammer or Ring Jammer Head Ringer, that increase the cost of Pokemon EX's attacks by 1 colorless. But if that card said to rule box Pokemon instead, now we're talking. We got a white code. Gotta check that first, right? We got another level ball. We got a escape rope. And we got the full art Korrina's Focus. So now we got the full art and the hyper rare of that. So this box is shaping up alright so far. We've got 4 hits on it thus far. These 4 down here. Alright. This pack represents the last pack in the first half of the box. White code again. Escape rope. Swordsword Shieldbert. And ooh, we got some gold. Houndoom Single Strike. Single Strike Roar. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Single Strike energy card and attach it to one of your Single Strike Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. If you attach energy to a Pokemon, in this way put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Yeah, sign me up for that. I'm going to take 20 damage to get a free energy attachment. Yup. All day. Every day. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Jack and Coke. Do it. No brainer. Another white code card. Can we keep this heat going? Not so much. But we did get another Emboar. So it's 2 Emboars to go on the single strike side. Green code cards this time around, so not as much excitement. Got another Stonejourner, which is just an average card. The Victreebel, again, I think is average. I think the Weepinbell vastly outclasses the Victreebel in this case. There's my cat. Judges me. White code card. So we got Single Strike Urshifu VMAX, which I believe we already hit in a different art. Yeah, so this is the full art, and I already had the regular here. It's hard to tell sometimes with these, especially when you're not in practice, so to speak. We already kind of went over the card. It does nice damage for nice energy costs. With the knowledge now that the Emboar exists, 30 plus 270 plus 20 is 320 damage. Plus, if I'm going to assume that you can find a way to get another couple modifiers in there somewhere. You're taking out VMAXs with the 4 energy attack pretty reliably. So that's a very strong card in this format, in which the format seemed to have gone away, at least when I was playing, it had gone away from one-shotting things to a certain extent. Certain decks could do it to certain Pokemon, but not all the time. But this one would seem like it's just like I line things up and knock them down. Murderer's Row, if you would. So we got a white code this time around. Urn of Vitality, Energy Recycler, the Golbat, Pachirisu, and then we get Tyranitar V, new one. Cragalanche 60, and you discard the top card of your opponent's deck, top 2 cards rather. And Single Strike Crush does 240, and you discard the top 4 cards of your deck. So pretty typical Tyranitar card. It's highly destructive one way or another, and unfortunately also, as per usual, a little underwhelming. So that's 7 hits, and I'm just over halfway through the box. So if pull rates are similar as they've been, I should be done with hits in this box, or pretty close to it. So nothing too crazy there. Urn of Vitality is useful. It's always nice to get them in reverses. Green code. Electivire is incredibly underwhelming as a card. Another green code. A lot of Centiskorch. I feel like I already got a place at a Centiskorch. White code card. So we did not keep up the luck. But the Sandaconda is new to me. You discard the top 6 cards of your deck, and you do 60 damage for each fighting energy card you discard in this way, or you do 120 damage. Pretty typical stage 1, not a ton of power to it. But it does give you the option, theoretically, if you have the capability of stacking your deck in a legal manner, that you can hit for some numbers. There goes big swings. Green code. We got an Orbeetle and another Shield Form Aegislash, a Level Ball, and a Single Strike Energy. Alright. We like packs like that. Staples. Staples, staples, staples. White code card this time around. Rapid Strike Mustard, and then Single Strike Urshifu V. So this one's new. Laser Focus. Search your deck for 2 fighting energies and attach them to this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck. So that allows you to beef up the VMAX pretty quick then, theoretically, assuming you survive. But the second attack does 180 damage, and you can't use Impact Blow next turn. Okay. Seems like a fair trade, because at that point in time you're hoping to evolve it anywho. I like it. It's a good card. Green code. And another Rapid Strike. Got a handful of packs left in box number 2. Like I said, we should be done. We should be out of hits. As I find another white code card. Single strike and a level ball. Clearing Mr. Mime. And Colossal. Coal Cannon. Flip a coin for each energy attached to this Pokemon. Does 90 damage for each heads. And then Wild Tackle, where it does 50 damage to itself. Okay. I still prefer the other Colossal, the one with the ability. Where you can fire and fighting energies. I like that a lot better. Green code. Got that Salazzle with the status effects for big damage. And another Rapid Mustard. Isn't that what happens before you shake it? You get the Rapid Mustard. You just get that, just the liquid, not the actual mustard. Just that brine. I feel like it's a brine. It's green code. Nothing too exciting there. White code card. Another Meowstic. I like the artwork on this one. I'll hold it up a little closer. Well, it would have won't focus though. So it's the Full Art Tyranitar V. You can see an that's that Tepig Emboar. Yeah, that's Emboar hanging out in the back. Tyranitar clearly has been pigging out all day. It's comical. It's 9 hits in this box with 3 or 4 packs to go. 3 packs. At this point, I am definitely out of hits. I've not seen 10 in a box, personally. I've seen it claimed, I've not seen it personally. Green code. Nothing really going there. 2 packs. Green code. Blade Form Aegislash. Aspect Magic? Heavy question mark? White code card. Full Art Tapu Koko VMAX. Actually, sorry, that's not a full art. But 10 hits, that's I already feel like I was doing pretty good with this box with the Urishifus. with the VMAXs on the Urishifus and then the Gold Houndoom. Now we're in crazy times. So we get 10 hits in a box. But this Tapu Koko VMAX Max Shock. Lightning colors. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, leave their active Pokemon paralyzed. So that's cool. It's a strong attack. That was a really good friggin' box. So to recap, something to the effect of that. I should move this Houndoom out of the way of my camera there. That's a pretty productive box, I feel like. That's a very useful card. Tapu Koko VMAX could be useful. The Urishifus are very useful in their own right. That's a solid box. 17 hits in total. So, on to box number 3, also the final box for all intents and purposes for now. Green code card to start. Nothing too exciting. Oh. Liking that. 17 hits in 2 boxes. White code card. And there's a hit in there, alright. Full art Phoebe. Which Elite Four was Phoebe a part of? Oh, that's gonna bother me. Talking 25? No, 21 years. 21 years of Pokemon in North America. Phoebe. Gen 2. If somebody has the answer to that question, please put it in the comments. So get a green code for this one. Got another one of those Boltons, another level ball. Golbat as well. Green code. Another Pavilion. Level ball and a single strike. It's good stuff. Again, staples. One thing I never want to be is ill-prepared when regionals, cups, whatever comes back around, and I ain't got the right cards. Granted, I have level balls because I've been playing since just before Next Destinies, so I got level balls. But still, it's nice to have the new versions of them if you like the artwork or something like that better. We got another one of those Phalanx. So, nothing too crazy there. Though I did just notice on this Morpeko, its second attack allows you to do 90 more damage if you have no cards in your hand. It reminds me a lot of Granbull. The Granbull deck. But this is on a basic for a little less damage, so could come in handy actually. It's a little cheaper, a little easier to manufacture, although you're hitting for less damage, and Pokemon on average have more HP right now than things did when Granbull was able to do good things. So we got a white code card this time. Got a Recycler Primate. And Empoleon V, new one for me, Emperor's Eyes. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's basic Pokemon in play have no abilities except for Pokemon with a rule box. Okay. Pokemon, non-rule box, basic Pokemon without a rule box have no abilities. And then you also do 130 damage for a water double colorless, and you move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. So it's a little recycling action as well. Interesting. Yeah, I would call that recycling. So you're going to attach an energy at some point in time anyway. Another white code. Love Ball, Girder, and a very underwhelming Entei card. White code card. Did not even know that was a card in the set. Flapple VMAX. So, Appleton, Flapple's the other evolution there, is one of my favorite Pokemon that's ever been designed. It's like an apple pie, but a dragon. It's pretty sweet. So, Flapple VMAX here, a Gmax rolling does 250 minus 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon for 3 energy. It's a pretty solid attack. I don't know that the card is overly playable, just because of the attaching of energies to it might be a little tricky. The Cherrim doesn't apply. You can't use the Cherrim's ability on Pokemon that have a rule box. So there's There's your avenue of energy acceleration kind of it becomes impeded. Green code card. Carcoal and EXP share. Rapid strike energy. Energy card of no consequence. Then this Octillery, which is new to me. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a rapid strike card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. You can't use this more than one rapid strike search ability per turn. So you can't flood your field with Octilleries and just constantly load up on whatever you need. Okay, that makes sense. That would be very, very, very busticated and not healthy. Which Pokemon is not about. Contrary to popular belief. Part of me always wonders when the people are designing the cards, like, they know certain combinations to make that are broken. But I wonder if there's ever like a combination that we've never found out that like solved the problem in our format that we just never found. I would imagine it's probably less and less commonplace now, with the internet and the sharing of information that happens now. Still, it's an interesting exercise in thought. So we got a white code card this time around, and we got a Full Art Victini V. It's a very sharp looking card. I like it. Green code. Well, the Marowak's new. I don't recall seeing a Marowak yet. It takes 3 less damage from attacks, after weakness and resistance, and flip 2 coins. See, turned off automatically right there. Flip coins. No base damage, just flip coins. No thanks. To the eventual bulk pile you go. Another green code. Lurantis. Urn of Vitality and a Bouffalant. White code card. Carnivine. And a regular version of the Houndoom. Very cool. It's a good looking card. So we're over a quarter of the way through the box. Time is flying because we're having fun. Nothing too exciting there. Green code. Primeape. Green code again. Green code. Alrighty. I think I got spoiled by that last box. White code. It's like as soon as I say that, white code. Right? Hollow Bronzong, though, so that's solid. It's a card that we'll see play. Alright, this is the last half of... This represents the last pack before we're halfway through the box. Got another white code card here. And another Tyranitar V to add to the collection. So it's 3 Tyranitar Vs and 2 arts. Variety is always good. Variety is the spice of life. Green code card. White code card. Another one of those really nice Emboars with the extra damage. I like that. White code card. Oh, that's another new one. Kricketune V. Exciting stage. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. If this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may draw cards until you have 4 cards in your hand instead. You cannot use more than 1 exciting stage ability each turn. And then it has an attack X Scissor, 80 plus 80 if you flip heads on a coin flip. That card will see play just for its ability. Certain situations I can see that's being needing a useful card in decks that are going to revolve around the mustards. To getting certain Pokemon onto the bench in an unconventional manner. And even though you're going to draw your 5 cards, that's still a light hand, and you're going to end up playing it down so you can use that Kricketune to kind of supplement that. I like that. That's a nice card. Alrighty, that box is full. On to the next one. For not that many cards. Green code card. Blue Gang. And a Rapid Strike Energy. Green code. Yeah, nothing too exciting there. Bunch of Pokemon cards. Like literally, they're Pokemon cards of Pokemon. White code card. I've already got 6 hits. Let's see if it's 7. Indeed it is. Stoutland V, regular art. I think we only have the full art. Yeah, so we only have the full art until now. 7 hits in a box. So 7, 7, 10, it's 24. 24 hits in 3 boxes. I feel like you're doing good. White. And another Sandaconda. Green code. Nothing too interesting there. Green code card. Again, nothing overly interesting there. What's always funny about doing this is you open up all these boxes of cards, you know, you end up with a pile of garbage everywhere, and then you also end up with like 25 copies of Tepig, and you're like, well, off to the bulk pile with you. But then you don't have anywhere good to turn in your bulk sometimes. Green code card. Nothing but Pokemon. So we have 7 packs left. Big Whistle. I would think I was doing a Dan Rather impression with that whistle. Did it again. Green code card. I don't think there's a lot of trainer cards in this set. It's got a very Dragon's Exalted feel to it. Kind of a smaller set too on the side. 163 cards in the set, so to speak. Seems a little light. Hoping we get one more hit. Something I haven't gotten. Flapple V. Yeah. Crawdont. And Gold EXP share. Looks good as a gold card, I do say. What's this? 25 hits in 3 boxes? With 2 gold, no less. Green code card this time around. Three packs. Green code card. Another green code card. So looks like we might get some last pack magic, possibly. Or at least we have a chance for it. That's all you can ask for sometimes. It's just a chance. Tyranitar. Let's see if we got this. White code card. Not so much. Got a Colossal, so we got another decent card out of it when it's all said and done. But I'm looking at this and I'm pretty reasonably happy. Like I said, 25 hits in these boxes. So we're pretty happy. At least I am. Got some decent stuff, got some nice stuff, some new stuff. Kind of gets the brain thinking about how these cards work together with decks that I'm actually still familiar with, which are pretty much just Pika, Ramen, ADP. But we'll do a little reading, we'll figure some stuff out, we'll learn some stuff. In the meantime, there are projects in works in terms of video content here at Orange Dragon Gaming. The Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII Remastered Let's Play is going to get back into production. It's actually already halfway done in the next episode of that. So that's one project. And also the recent additions to the gaming arsenal here in my compound at home. Probably going to be doing some streaming of stuff on the PS5, maybe the Xbox Series S. Got easier access with the computer being down here next to the TV, all the consoles to do literally anything that I see fit to do. So that'll be fun. Look forward to that content coming around here probably sometime after Memorial Day weekend, which is quite frankly just a handful of days away. In the meantime, please continue to be safe if you have not done so, and it is safe for you to do so. Please get your vaccinations so that way we can hopefully get the country back to normal sooner rather than later. In the meantime, take care, be safe, be good to each other. Orange Dragon Gaming signing out for the day.